Hey, hi guys, how are you? I hope you guys are good. Beautiful weather outside here in Nelspruit. It's drizzling. It's not cold, it's not hot. It's just a beautiful weather. Um, I've got this short message I want to share with my fellow gospel artists and Christians in general. But yeah, most importantly, I want to talk to gospel artists. Um, There's this story I read on one of the social platforms, I think, about a policeman who was doing his night duty. He was patrolling the streets at night, and he met a young boy who seemed to have lost his way home. So when the police asked him what he was doing, the boy said, "Sir, I'm lost. Can you take me home?" And the policeman asked him about his home, and this boy seemed not to remember where exactly is his home. This policeman tried to mention street names, trying to assist him to remember, but he couldn't remember until the policeman remembered that there was a church, a famous church building, in the area, and he asked him about it. He asked him how far from the church, that big church with a very big white cross, how far his home was from that church. And the boy said, yes, take me to the cross, take me to the cross. I'll find my way home once I'm at the cross. This story is a reminder to us as gospel artists that, our mission, our assignment is to take people to the cross of Jesus Christ. Our mission is to lead people to Christ. We were not called to be celebrities, we were not called to be famous, but we were called to win the lost. And as long as we keep doing that, as long as we keep to the assignment that we were called for, we are on the right track. But the moment we become big, we become celebrities, and we think, it's about us, that's the moment we have lost it. When we get to heaven, when you get to stand before God, He will not say to you, well done, famous servant of mine. He will not say that. He will say, well done, faithful servant. And that faithfulness depends on whether you did the assignment according to your calling, or you did something else. So my encouragement to you guys is, let's not be celebrities. Let's not be too big. Especially, I've seen some of my brothers and some of my sisters becoming too big, even to the people, the very people who buy your music, the very people who support your shows, the very people who support you, follow you on these social platforms. You are too high for them. You are inaccessible to them. When they want to take pictures with you, you're funny. When they want to engage you about issues, even here on social media, people comment on your posts and you don't respond. But these are the very people that we when we make music, we are making it for. The very people who can actually take you to that high level that you want to go to. Let's not be celebrities. We are not called for that. We are called for people. The Bible puts it clearly. It says, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, and with all your soul. And then it says, you shall love your neighbor as you love yourself. Loving your neighbor, your neighbor is your it could be somebody that you work with. It could be somebody that you meet along the street. It could be family member, it could be your neighbor physically from where you stay, but any person that you come across is your neighbor. You must love your neighbor as you love yourself. You cannot claim to love God, but you don't love His people. It's not possible, because the way you can show God how much you love Him is by loving His people. And how you love God's people is by showing them the cross. Lead them to the cross, lead them to Jesus Christ. Tell them about the love of God, that was shed broadly, and actually show them the love. Don't just talk about it, but show them. Let them feel the love of God, flowing from you, and to them. And by that, you'll be winning them to God, and it will be easy for you to sing for them, because they know that whatever you're singing about is something that you also live. It's not just a lip service. So I'm encouraging you guys. This is the biggest mission. This is the biggest commandment, to love God's people, and to, it says, go ye therefore into all the nations, and make disciples, baptizing them, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and then it says teaching them to obey the commands. Teaching them means, after we have warned them, we don't just leave them like that. We actually make sure that we take them by the hand, we teach them the command, which is to love God and to love people. We continue with that, So as a gospel artist, when you stand before people, let your lips be and your words be seasoned with grace. Let what the words that come out of your mouth be graceful. And also, when you interact with them, when you meet them, I've learned this from my big brother Sipho Makabane. I think this guy excels when it comes to that. He treats everyone he meets the same, whether he knows you or he doesn't know you, whether you are big or you are small, whether you are rich or poor, educated or uneducated. When it comes to Sipho Makabane, we are all the same, and I've learned that from him. I continually learn from that old man, and may all of us learn to love God's people as gospel artists, and even as Christians in general. Let's just learn to love people, and I hope this message finds you well, and I hope you take heed to what I'm talking about. Thank you so much.